Uh, Good evening. Thank you for coming tonight. We'll get things started. We're here tonight to officially dedicate and celebrate the completion of the Sawyer County Courthouse expansion. My understanding, this has been a project long time in the works, dating back to 2017 is when the first vote occurred. Yes, the building has been in operation since, fully operational since August, but getting all the kinks ironed out took a little bit of time, and it's not good to host a ribbon cutting in the middle of winter. So we picked now is a good time to get this completed. So first up, we got some speakers that'll give their comments that have been a part of this project. Turn over to the board chair, Ron Kinsley.
Doesn't matter. Thank you, Mr. Alvarado. I took time to go back through the minutes to see since September of 2017 is when the first vote was taken for the expansion to have a second courtroom. And we've had a total of 28 different county board supervisors over that period. And I'm going to read their names because I think every one of them is important. We had Dale Schleter. We had Kathy McCoy. We had Iris Humphrey, Mr. James Slender, Mr. Bruce Paulson, Elaine Nyberg, Jim Bassett, William Voigt, Helen Dennis, Jesse Betcher, the late Troy Morgan, Susie Taylor, Jason Weaver, Dale Olson, Chris Rusk, Dawn Pettit, Ed Peters, Mark Helwig, Marshall Slavinsky, Thomas Duffy, Brian Bissonette, Kay Wilson, Ron Buckles, Chuck Van Etten, Stacy Hessel, John Rigenheimer, Mr. Tweed Schuman, and myself, 28 different board members. There's 15 on the board presently. Then I dug into a little bit of the minutes to the time. I did a little bit of a timeline. And the first vote for, like I said, was September of 2017. On September of 21, the county board approved a resolution to build a second courtroom. March 19, the county hired Venture Architects. June of 19, the county board approved funding for the building. May of 20, Venture Architects brought many plans to the county board. I believe there was a total of 7, and we didn't like none of the 7. We have to make the 8th one. And the 8th one was connecting the buildings, the only one that connected the buildings. In July of 2020, we started negotiating with the city for 5th Street and California Avenue. In September of 20, the county board approved exchange in 5th Street and California Avenue. March of 21, the county board approved an ad hoc committee to hire the construction manager company. On May 7th of 2021, the ad hoc committee interviewed 4 different companies for construction managers. In May of 21, the county board hired Meyer Construction Company to build the second courtroom building. And I figure about April 24, the building was complete. In May of 24, we're presently here with a ribbon cutting ceremony. Thank you.
Thanks, Ron. So as Ron said, the primary reason that we're in these facilities now is the addition of a second branch to our judicial system. And the first judge to occupy the second branch is Honorable Judge Monica Isham. Come on up.
Thank you, Andy. Bonjour. Shawanigishigukwe Indigenous Cause, Magazine and Dodem, Odawaza Gaegning and Dunjiba. I'm Monica Isham. I am the first judge of Branch 2 here, and I really had absolutely nothing to do with any of this. But I'm so happy to be here in this spot. I'm happy to have been able to join this amazing team. My election to this branch was a historic election for this county. I'm the first woman, the first Native American to be a circuit court judge in this county. And I think that that's amazing. It's also a great sign of progress. And I think that progress is important. We all want to be moving forward. And I know that my teammates are looking forward to moving forward with me on that. So I didn't prepare anything. I just want to say that none of this would have been possible without the hard work of Judge John Yackel and Judge Jim Schlender. Both of them, their partnership, it's a signifier that when the tribe and the county work together as a team, we can accomplish amazing things. So I'm going to introduce my friend, my mentor, and my teammate, Judge John Yackel.
Thank you, Judge Isham, for that introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an important day in Sawyer County. This project, as Chairman Kinsley indicated, began 7 years ago. I remember it very well. That was when the legislature began looking into expanding and increasing the much needed resources for the Wisconsin judiciary. And it very well could have happened that Sawyer County would not have received any benefit if we had done nothing. But the state legislature eventually passed the bill, and the brave leaders on the county board, and I think that was very appropriate that you went through all of the members since 2017. But all those brave leaders on the county board, current and past, made the tough decisions to bring our court system and the resources it so desperately needed to bring that to our court system. So many county board members, legislators, members of the judiciary across the state, and concerned citizens here have worked tirelessly for this day, and it's finally here. Today, the Sawyer County court system has 2 operating branches, a beautiful new and expansive county boardroom, 2 judges, and the backlog of cases that has been part of business as usual for decades is quickly disappearing. So thank you to every single person locally and across the state who gave of themselves to ensure the completion of this project. I would like to recognize 2 people who were critical to the success of the project that I work with. First, my judicial assistant, Anna Amparo, and my court reporter, Candy Biscup. They worked tirelessly to try and help support me in my job here at the courthouse. So thank you for your dedication to the Sawyer County Judiciary. And then finally, on a personal note, I would like to thank my wife, Tracy, who has supported me without end and gave me a shoulder to lean upon through this incredibly satisfying but incredibly difficult effort. So thank you, Tracy, for all you have done and for absorbing so much of the stress that I would bring home during this time frame. I would like to dedicate this Sawyer County Courthouse expansion project to the future generations of Sawyer County. May justice continue to be enshrined within these walls and available for all who seek it. Thank you. And the next speaker is Chief Deputy Judge John Anderson from Bayfield County.
Well, I'm going to be brief because I wasn't told I was going to say anything until 3 minutes ago. So on behalf of the Chief Judge, Maureen Boyle from Barron County, I want to extend my congratulations to Sawyer County. on your new facility. Certainly, and I can speak, I think, from experience, being on the bench now for about 22 years and knowing every courthouse in the Northwest, that you now have one of the finest facilities in Northwest Wisconsin. It's the envy of most judges. You've addressed not only your need for another judge, but you've addressed security issues. And I think anytime that, the county board is asked to spend a lot of money, and you were asked to spend a lot of money, right? And those are not easy things to do. And when you do that, people don't always like it. They don't always appreciate it, but you have to do it. But when you do it, you hope that you can look back, in 30 and 40 and 50 years and say, we're still using that money that we spent all those years ago. And I think you designed a facility that's gonna last and have a test of time, so that it'll be a good investment, for decades to come. And that's when you spend money, you want to spend it. So decades from now, you look back and you say, that was the right decision. And I think that's exactly what you've done here today. So I want to thank you, congratulate you, and just as an understanding, the court system is a shared arrangement between counties and the state. The judges are state employees, DAs are state employees, counties provide facilities, and we have this shared arrangement. And and someday there may be more state employees in the court system that work in your courthouses. But it's always been a shared arrangement, and luckily in Wisconsin, we've had a good arrangement between all of the 72 counties in the state, and you're a shining example of that. So congratulations. You should give yourselves a hand because you've done a great job. So good job, fella, everyone. Good job.
Like's already been alluded to, projects like this are difficult. They're, well, one, expensive. They take a lot of stakeholders to get involved, a lot of planning, just a lot of work and a lot of teamwork. And we wanted to use this as an opportunity to recognize some of the folks who did the heavy lift at the start of the project and seeing this through. I think the first and biggest advocate for the project, Judge Yackel, really got the ball rolling, probably met some headwinds that he had to push through. And we just want to thank you for your work and recognize those efforts tonight. If you want to come up, we've got it.
Open it up there.
Thank you.
Next up would be the probably the person who has to coordinate all the different players and keep everybody's emotions in check and be practical and pragmatic and look at the numbers and look at how do I get the board support, how do I get the community support, how do we get the project off the ground, and how do we pay for it. So the guy with the perpetual smile on his face, our retired County Administrator Tom Hoff. Thanks for your work. I don't believe Mike Keefe is here tonight, but we were going to recognize him as well. He's our retired finance director. Like I said, it's not always the the popular thing to ask for a $10 million borrowing or debt issue to take on a project like this, but he lifted a lot of the weight there to put that financing package together and see the project off. The other thing when you take on these projects is you have to have some key staff that play key roles in planning the project, but also seeing it through construction. And some of those people have to take that on. And oh, by the way, we need you to do your day job as you have been at the same time. And so really we leaned on these guys quite a bit. I know during the planning and during the construction, probably a lot of when things aren't going smoothly, these are the guys who probably dealt with it at the front lines, and I'll recognize them jointly because I think they really work together as part of our team, and thank them for their work and helping us get this done. Tim Hagberg, our Buildings and Facilities Supervisor, and Mike Colson, our IT Director. Thanks, guys. So it's always a little dangerous when you recognize specific individuals, but we really thought they were deserving. But I do want to take an opportunity to thank all the staff of Sawyer County who had a lot of patience, inconveniences, and as the building was being constructed. Thank Lynn and the clerk's office for their assistance in putting tonight's event together. Should point out that over on the table over there by Chief Deputy Sedera, there is a dedication plaque that we've included the county board members' names on and key elected officials that will be mounted in the building here somewhere to permanently dedicate the building to Sawyer County. It's over on the table because if you can believe that, we have too many options of where to mount the thing and haven't really decided where it's going to fit best. So we'll be getting that done in the next couple of weeks. Next up would be the ribbon cutting by the Hayward Chamber of Commerce. And for that, we're going to take her outside the front doors. For those who want to be in the picture, head that way.
Not a nice, not an annoying system. I know, I forgot you told me that at the workshop.
Being well.
Good job. You probably should, yep. You probably should have played this afternoon.
Yeah.
But it's her fault, so she owes it.
There you go.
Yeah, I'll be chatting with her.
I gotta go run one of my kids to the house. We'll be back.
You have plenty of time.
I see that. He's been sitting in the truck waiting, so.